Alright, so I want to just record this simple meditation, which is for cleaning off old energetic entanglements off your field. I call this the buffet meditation. Anyway, it's a really simple tool, and but you do need to make sure that you are in a very safe space. So if your house is not a safe space, if there's too much noise, or if there's somebody there that's energetically overwhelming, controlling, sad, whatever it is, if it's too deep, go do this outdoors or somewhere else. But preferably you'll do this meditation laying down. So it's best at night to always do these types of field clearings because the veil is thinner energetically, or the grid is not quite as strong of consciousness of going, doing, and achieving, and whatever it is that people are locked into. Their thoughts are starting to unwind. They have less control over the mind. And so the ethereal space is more open, our dream space, our expansive space. So anyway, you want to do that whenever you're doing a ritualistic clearing where you're detangling from or disentangling from these old contracts. So anyway, what you do is lay down, light a candle if you want. If you want to make sure it's really secure in your space, light 4 candles, 1 in each corner of the room. And call in your guides or your guardians. And those are whatever aspects you want. If you don't know who to call in or what to call in natural elements, the trees, the water, an animal. A lot of people would use the wolf because it's primal and pack. But pick whatever you want and ask these elementals to hold space, or these guides, these aspects, to hold sacred space for you to do healing. So you lay your body out on this bed or on the floor or wherever you want with the surround of candles if you desire, the 4 corners, and call in at least the 4 directions, either an animal spirit, in your guardian spirit, or in the supports of the elementals of the directions, northeast, south, southwest, or water, wood, fire, and metal. And ask them to hold protection for you, for your highest good, as you now invite in elementals of lower vibrational frequency than your own consciousness. And some people would call these demons or creatures or things like that, but these are just other elemental frequencies of waveform. And when we interpret them with our third eye, we see shape because it's part of that mythical metaphor. So you lay down, you call in your guides, you invite them to hold space for your highest good and guardianship and protection, and then you invite these lower frequency beings to come in and basically clean off or dine off of your field anything that you no longer need or that's no longer useful to you. Entanglements, attachments, tools, such as fighting abilities or defensiveness or sadness or fear or bravery or wisdom. It doesn't even matter. The things that are no longer for your highest good that you no longer need. And you invite them to do that. Then just lay there and feel the energy move. It's going to take at least a 20-minute, if not 30-minute cycle to do a lot of that cleaning. The candles are there to help burn off the field and cleanse that space, and you can burn incense afterwards. A lot of time there's some energetic debris that kind of lingers, and then you want to make sure that when you're done having that field cleansed and purified, that you still ask your guides to hold space, sacred space. You give gratitude and thanks to those beings that came and cleared off your field. Your trauma or your wisdom, which is what that is also, whether it's defensiveness or intellectual prowess, those are gifts to them, and they raise their vibration, so increase their waveform conductance. Then what you do is you basically create, or ask your guides to create, a healing balm full of love and light. And you imagine that balm is being rubbed all over and through any tissues on the energetic or physical realm, all while you're still laying there, through all of that layering, your mind, your heart, anything, blood, bone, that is empty now of those entanglements, and you fill it up with that love and light, that healing balm, thick like Vaseline, so that your field is stable and nothing else reattaches to it without your invitation. Love you.